Hello traders, it is Sunday evening, November 17th. Going to do a nice low-key presentation because I'm not in market hours right now. I can relax. There's something I want to show you. I've got a lot of questions about my Lotto plays. These are options that expire in a couple of hours that I do on Expiration Friday. Now, last Friday, November 15th, was a normal expiration, so we had a lot of options expiring. Now, the most important thing to doing a Lotto trade is that you must have a market tailwind. You must know which way the market is going, and you must be certain about it. And we don't usually get those types of conditions, but there are days when we can nail the market. And Friday was one of those days. I had mentioned in my morning video that I thought there might be some Lotto plays available to us. Well, why did I think that? Number one, the market has been floating higher. We've had a lot of green bars suggesting closes on the high, and we had a breakout through resistance. So we had that nice breakout early, and typically if you've got a breakout like this on expiration, you're going to see a little bit of follow through near the close if you're making a new all-time high. So I had the tailwind. I knew I had the tailwind, so I was on the hunt. So let's take a look at what the market did. And I can't stress this point enough. It's about the market. It's not about the stock and it's not about the option. It's about the market. The stock is simply a surrogate for the market. We happen to find a stock with relative strength to increase our probability of success, but we must have the market tailwind. So I think I've pounded that home enough. This is not a play that you can do willy-nilly every expiration Friday. Absolutely not. You have to have that market impetus. So we've got the market rallying up, gaps higher, pulls back, checks the bid, and is not able to fill in this gap. It's not interesting until it gets through the high of the day. Okay, now we know this is a pretty legitimate move. Market rallies up, compresses, and then has one more push higher. So in the afternoon, I'd mentioned to everyone in the chat room, I said, listen, the market really has to pull back. I need to see a nice dip, and that will provide my entry point. And a lot of the bullish speculators who bought early in the day and who are looking for a closing market move, if they're day traders, they will get flushed out on a move like this. They'll start taking profits. We want that washout, and then this is where we're going to look to come in and buy our options with only a half an hour left until the close. So the key is, now that you know that you want to play the market from the long side, you have to find the stock with relative strength. And you've got to find the fastest horse, if you will. I'm going to put up my YouTube channel. Many of you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've been asking you, please post comments, please post questions, please check back to the blog, or excuse me, to the video channel during the day, because I'm going to post comments throughout the day. Early in the day, I posted that I like Roku. Roku could be the Lotto play, and I posted the 157.50 calls. A little bit later, I said, Ameren, that could be a possible Lotto play for us as well. So we would be looking to buy calls. In this case, it was the $24 calls just before the close. The probability of a Lotto trade today is high. I like to buy out of the money calls with less than an hour left until expiration. Sometimes in the last even 20 or 30 minutes. I want these options as cheap as possible, and a market dip would make them very, very inexpensive. So I'm going to also go to the chat room, and I will show you that Friday morning before the open, I don't typically buy stocks before the open, but at 8:20, 9 minutes before the open, I was long Ameren at this price. Held it throughout the course of the day, and it continued to move down. I added to Ameren when it broke out to a new high for the day, and then a lot of us rode that stock higher. It was a really nice winner. And once we saw the amount of steam that the stock had and the momentum, I was sure that it was going to provide us with a Lotto play. So I'm scrolling down to the end of the day right here, and I want to show you where we start buying the options. I don't want you to think that this is just a bunch of hot air. Okay, there's the exit on Ameren, and a lot of traders in the chat room were on this trade as well. There I'm offering it at 40 cents. The long and short of it is I bought the Ameren $24 calls for 11 cents, and it was in the last half hour of trading. We had just gotten out of the stock right there. I'm sorry that this is taking a little bit longer. I just want to prove to you that we actually took this position. There we go. The Ameren $24 Lotto calls for 11 cents. And I sold them for 32 cents. Right there. So that is a 200% return in a matter of 10 minutes. Yes, these trades are out there, but you have to be perfect. And you have to have that perfect market tailwind. And you have to have that market dip. So let's take a look again. There's our market dip. Everything gets really, really cheap. Even SPY options would have worked right in here. Let's take a look at Ameren stock, and you'll see why I liked it so much. So I got long here. Stock floundered around for most of the day. Then right on this breakout here in this compression, I'm in again, and that was about $1.50 move in a very short amount of time. We took profits up here. Once I saw that long green candle, I was taking profits at 24.50. I didn't know it was going to follow back in here. I just knew I was happy with the amount of profit that I had. Stock pulled back, and I said, this is going to be it, folks. This is our Lotto play right here. We just got to let it pull back. It's got the momentum. It's got the volume. Let's put up the relative strength indicator. So it's coming up on a bunch of option stalker searches, and you can see the great relative strength right in through here on big volume. So we're starting to pick it up on our searches. The stock pulls back along with the market, and then we get this hammer right here. So it's found support, tried to dip down in here, and boom, buyers came right in and supported it. Now I'm interested. Well, that's when these $24 calls, at the time they were 32 cents out of the money. This is when they were trading for 11 cents. So what happens? The stock shoots higher, and it gets up to 24.40, I think it was. We're out. We're taking our 200% profit on those calls. We're out of the trade. That's how fast they happen, and that's how ready you have to be for these moves. Now, I also mentioned in the chat room that CVS looked like a really good Lotto play. We had a lot of healthcare stocks on Friday that shot higher. Once I saw that volume, and a lot of the stocks pulled back, but it just kept going, and you can see that was an excellent one. It just kept grinding through. The $74 strike was the one. Back when the stock was in this area right here, I think those options were trading for a nickel, maybe 6 cents or so, and they ended up trading up to about 30 cents. You have to have that market tailwind. Please come back and check on the YouTube channel. I am going to try and post trades just like this, and if I went back another day and looked at my prior video, I also posted a really, really nice Disney bullish put spread that expired Friday, and you could get a 30-cent credit for it. And I'll show you exactly what I posted on my video from Thursday. I'm going to scroll back very quickly. And we had a very big spike in Disney stock. I posted that I sold the 142, 141 December bullish put spread for a 32-cent credit. And the stock kept on rallying. It was already just trading for a nickel even an hour or two later. So please check back, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can go to www.oneoption.com. Option Stalker is the product that we find all the trades with. This is how we find all of our stocks. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. I hope we have a nice busy market. I'll have some great picks for you. Thank you. That's how we play Lotto plays.